This video presentation is made to help retailers understand our offering. My name is Danielsen and I'm CEO of Liquid Barcodes. We believe that you should be very dynamic on mobile, because you can and because your customers expect you to. When you see these three apps, they have a quite different look and feel. However, the actual apps are the same in terms of structure. The less you hardcode into your app, the more flexibility you'll have to change over the look and feel of it. Maybe you want seasons to matter, so that the app is really summer look and feel when it is summer, and a completely different look and feel during Christmas. We believe an app should be a solid, robust frame, and that our marketing mechanics is the content you need to be a dynamic and engaging retailer, together with your supplier brands. Liquid Barcodes technology is made for the convenience store industry. This is where I have my background with years in Statoil Fuel and Retail, now Circle K, and this is where we've had our most progressive customers over the years. We are focusing on working close with the convenience industry and especially with NACS and Dan Munford's team in Inside NACS. We sponsor the monthly newsletter Global C-Store Focus, which I believe is a great format and way of highlighting best practices in the industry. We want to contribute this way to help the industry develop. We are dedicated to continue developing a great product for convenience retailers that want to be leading on mobile marketing together with their supplier brand partners. If you want to learn more, I can recommend you to visit our educational session at the next show in Atlanta in October, where I will speak together with Coca-Cola and share some of our cases from the Nordics. I will start by giving a brief introduction to the technology. Then I will focus most of our time on what you can actually achieve with the technology. In essence, what I like to frame as traffic to store mechanics. These are capabilities that our technology enable for you to drive new traffic to your stores and repeat traffic. For me, retail is about get them in, trade them up, get them back. Our mechanics have proven to help retailers get more customers in and get them back sooner. I will close the presentation by summarizing the opportunity for you as a retailer. First, the basics. Our platform is software as a service and it runs on Amazon. We offer a white label solution, meaning that it's always your data. We process the data, we protect the data, and we comply with data security measures. But the retailer owns the data. As retailer, you control whether you want to share campaign data with your supplier brands. Our technology is back-end, meaning that we are not into app development or any front-end campaign design. We connect any distribution method with your point-of-sale system in your physical stores. We typically work closely with your app developer, your digital agency, your ad agency, or your media advisor. Our technology is not built for one retailer only. We have proven our technology across retailers, across brands, and across markets and even continents. Our technology is highly scalable, and we can support your ambitions on digital wherever you are in the world. We have been fortunate to have progressive retail customers that have constantly innovated over the last 5 to 6 years. This has resulted in the most advanced dynamic couponing platform available for convenience retailers. We have always had two distinct focus areas: get more in and get them back sooner. Firstly, we've taken an ecosystem approach to how we build our system to help convenience retailers position themselves to partner up with supplier brands and B2B partners to effectively target new customers and get them into their stores. Secondly, our mechanics and algorithms help you increase purchase frequency on your existing customer base. And frequency is key. Research has shown that the pivotal point consumer, those that represent 80% of your sales, but maybe only 5 or 10% of your customer base, makes 101% more trips than your average customer. The same pivotal point customer purchases only 42% more per trip, meaning that frequency is 2.4 times more important than ticket size if you want to identify your most important customers and understand them. Or put differently, if you want to sell more, you should focus on increasing purchase frequency with mechanics that creates habitual purchase on your hero categories like coffee, drinks, and food. Example: adding the mechanic of a follow-up deal to a coffee stamp card, a coffee at half price, valid 24 hours, have proven very successful for a number of our customers. Plus 20% redemption on a campaign only valid for 24 hours is awesome. And when it increases purchase frequency on the coffee stamp card user by 60%, it is obviously impact on the business. We are not into the business of selling hours. We have built user-friendly dashboards and believe your campaign operation is much more efficient if you can do everything yourself, self-service. We have a retailer dashboard that the marketing team uses to create campaigns and access campaign results real time. And there is a store manager dashboard available if you have an operation and store manager that are ready for executing local marketing activities. We believe it's very important for you that we have a technology that allows for simple integration by any consumer-facing initiatives and that allows a lot of flexibility in terms of distribution methods. We want to allow the retailer to reach consumers with unique codes in any channel, owned, paid, earned, and even in partner channels. At the same time, the redemption process in the point of sale system has to be secure and stable. We can integrate in any point of sale system with our API. We are in the transaction before it's closed, and thus we rebate, tender, or both that allows for correct store settlement and VAT. Sometimes the retailer finances the campaign. Other times it's your supplier brand. Local campaigns may be financed by the franchisee. In cases of B2B, the retailer may finance parts of the merchant remuneration and the B2B partner the remaining part. In any case, you want each store manager to close the day with the correct end-of-day result in the POS. We can support different approaches to your app initiative. If you want to implement a one scan to benefits and payment, we have that capacity. Also, other methods of identification than scanning is supported. One scan means that at any purchase, the customer scans their member's card once to identify, and we will send over the full list of coupons, stamp cards, etc. to the POS. Basis was on the transaction, the customer will get their rebates, stamps, points automatically. This may be the simplest process for the customer. However, you should also consider that single scan may be preferred by your supplier brand. A single scan approach means higher engagement levels with each coupon and therefore with the brand. Single scan means that the customer will need to scan the Coke half-price coupon to get that particular rebate. For stamp cards, you may consider to run with multi-scan, which means that the stamp card only needs to be scanned once, and if you have 3 Cokes on your receipt, you'll get 3 stamps on your Coke stamp card. Most, if not all, convenience retailers already have scanners in their stores. These can be placed between the employees and the customers so that employees can scan products and customers can scan their own phone. You need an image scanner that is able to scan the screen of a mobile phone. Our codes can be of any format like 2D data matrix, QR or EN13. The scanner as a channel into the POS is highly flexible and supports all kinds of unique coupons, whether they come from your app, a supplier brand's app, SMS, print or receipts. Integrating your POS system with our technology allows you to rebate and tender with our unique codes on the consumer level before the transaction is closed. You can also use other parts of your current system infrastructure to identify your customers and take appropriate actions. Be aware that in most cases this will be after transaction is closed, like it is with payment. For example, if you're able to prompt the customer to input their mobile number on the payment terminal when they input their chip card, you can match card number and mobile number through a token, and the POS can send the user ID and the receipt to us. Similarly, this can be done by mobile payments or simply by manual input of mobile number on the POS. Our after-sales module will deal with the data received and match with the data that we have on the consumer. Further, our activation module can, for example, issue stamps on a stamp card in the app if the registered users did not scan their app. This allows a simpler collection of stamps for the customer, as well as an opportunity for you to send, let's say, push notification to the user when a reward is issued. Like most loyalty programs that captures data after the transaction is closed, we can also calculate points based on this information. This was how the process would look like if the customer already had registered in the app. If the customer has not registered in the app, we're actually able to prompt the user through SMS to download the app and register. And if they start shopping at your stores with their cards, you will have multiple opportunities and good reasons for motivating them to start using your app. This means that matching cards and mobile number can be a powerful way of recruiting new app users. Just make sure that you get the necessary consent to communicate to them. Let's now move to the main part of the presentation, the traffic to store mechanics. First of all, just to make it very clear, we believe in product-specific marketing loyalty mechanics because it represents high margin control and possibly brand financing. If you have a points-based loyalty program already, you may want to look at our capabilities either as a complement or as an alternative approach. Again, it's about these two things, existing customers and new customers. Let's focus on existing customers. I will argue that building an engaged app distribution is far more challenging, but also far more rewarding if you succeed, than just having customers sign up for your program or receive your email newsletters. If you're able to build a large and engaged app user base, that will become a strategic asset for you, in two ways that will impact your business: number of redemptions and brand financing. The KPIs that are important to follow is number of registered users, your ability to recruit, and number of app sessions, your ability to engage, and of course redemption rates, your ability to convert. This is our way of looking at the app user base of our customers. The universe is defined as all registered active app users. There are a number of couponing activities that our customers do outside their app, but in essence, these are done with the intention to recruit app users. I will come back to the different couponing capabilities marked light green on the left side of this slide. Also, we will not focus on those customers that has registered but haven't opened the app, let's say, the last 200 days. Let's focus on the registered active app users. We define them into three main phases. Acquire phase defined by registration date plus X number of days. Let's use 30 days. The engage and grow phase defined by plus 30 days since registration and users that have opened the app once or multiple times last 60 days. And finally a retain phase, users with 60 to 200 days since app opening. Across these three main phases, and even more specific depending on how active you are in the engage and grow phase, you're able to define rules for automatic couponing and communication to specific users with what we call the activation module. The previous module segmented the users into buckets. For each bucket of users, you can define automatic rules or actions. When should the action trigger, and what is the action? When can be one trigger or a combination of multiple? For example, when a user has validated 10 times within 14 days, a rewards coupon should be triggered with a push notification. Another example can be that if a user has no validations within 14 days but opens the app the third time, a scratch card is issued into the app. There are multiple opportunities for segmentation with the activation module. Let's briefly look at the different segmentation capabilities our platform enables. First, we'll have a look at these three segmentation capabilities. I have placed them on two axes: business impact and level of sophistication. Not necessarily from low to high, but I've tried to indicate which is higher on level of sophistication, and later in the presentation I will come back to some segmentation capabilities that are higher on business impact. With any campaign that you set up for your app, you can make it available for all, or you can segment it. If you segment the issue of a campaign, you can also define a push notification message to these specific users. First option is to import a list of users. This list may be a list that you've created either based on data from our system or from your CRM system. Second option is to integrate via API. This can be your CRM system. Example can be that you define 10 different campaigns, and every night your CRM system creates 10 different lists of users that should receive these specific campaigns. A third option is to segment based on activity levels on past campaigns. For example, you may send a reward out to everyone that has validated your coffee card more than 100 times. Or send a Coke Zero offer to everyone that validated the Coke Zero campaign that you ran 2 months ago. Another way of segmenting is by members groups. You can define member groups different ways. One simple way of doing this is to allow the user to define being part of a group or not in the app. Let's say that you can toggle and set your status "I'm a student" in the app. This defines a filter that allows our API to understand which users should have student offers and which should not. This means that users are completely in control if they want to clean up their app and get rid of all the student offers. Another way would be to do a more controlled acceptance into a particular member group. For example, one of our customers sells a coffee mug that gives free coffee throughout the year. When this coffee mug is sold, there are two ways to capture this. At the POS, the employee can type in the customer's mobile number and a verification SMS is sent. At verification, the app user is accepted into the members group. As a backup for SMS verification, an activation code is printed on the receipt. This activation code can be input into the app. Then you can start sending segmented offers to this particular member group. In this particular case with the coffee mug, these customers typically visit our customers' stores many times a day, and thus they get different meal offers to go with their coffee. The third way would be to populate your members base with data that you use for segmentation purposes. We believe the sign-up process should be as simple as possible. Ideally, you only require mobile number, but birth date may be one additional field to ask for. But then you can start using our survey functionality to ask, for example, for gender or favorite categories and so on. A third way of segmenting offers is with the activation module. Here you define your segment of users and you set automatic rules per segment. Then over time you review the impact on segments from the rules that you've set up, and most probably you'll adjust your rules. The idea with this segmentation capability is to allow you to set up campaigns that automatically is triggered to the right users at the right time. This allows you to have a very efficient campaign operation. This was 3 segmentation capabilities that our technology enable, and the activation module is quite high on level of sophistication. However, Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." I believe that simpler mechanics like stamp cards, prepaid cards, and smart coupons are even more impactful and thus more important than automatic couponing and communication to specific users with the activation module. Simple is that the customer understands it, that the category team can calculate margin, and that brands can calculate margin. Let's have a look at some of these simpler mechanics. Stamp cards have worked in retail for 50 years and will work for another 50 years. When you move the stamp card onto digital, you can start doing it more advanced and smart. This is a level-based stamp card, which allows the retailer to follow the customer one-to-one to a better and better deal. In this example, we start at the bronze level, which is every 7th coffee free. Then after 3 rounds at bronze level, you are automatically moved to the silver level. So the retailer basically is saying, I've seen you and I want to reward you with a better deal. And then after 4 rounds on silver level, the customer is moved to the gold level where every 5th cup is for free. At this point, the retailer is willing to give a lock-in deal because the customer has earned it. If you combine this with dynamic follow-up couponing, like giving a half-priced coffee valid for 24 hours at every scan of your coffee card, you're motivating the customer to come back sooner. The bronze, silver and gold levels are also something that you can use in your program. For example, by giving specific silver and gold customer deals every week or every month, either as a communicated part of your program or just to surprise and delight your most loyal customers. At every scan of your coffee stamp card, you can also use the opportunity to ask the customer to rate the coffee. This creates customer engagement, but it also helps you discipline operations and make sure that every store manager and store employee have focus on what's needed to serve great coffee every day, all day. The number of ratings and the average rating per store can be shown in the app and on the web, fully transparent for all customers and all employees. This example shows the rating functionality in a way that it's been taken out in the app as a concept. A lighter and more flexible approach would be to use the survey functionality more on a campaign basis. Let's say that one of your supplier brands launches a new product and they want any validation to trigger a survey that allows the customer to give feedback on the product they've just tasted. And after completion of the survey, they were rewarded with a free sample or a good deal. You can also start being very precise in your segmentation efforts, but in combination with simple mechanics, like VIP zone, where you give a please enter the VIP zone deal, which is a single-use coupon, and once you use this, you get a multi-use coupon with your VIP zone deal. Let's look at a visual that maybe explain this even better. Since my frequency buying Coke is once a week, I get this open VIP zone deal that tells me that I only have to do one purchase at 20 to get Coke Zero for 10. So I use this and I get a new coupon, Coke Zero for 10, valid for 7 days. But on the coupon it also says, use this VIP deal 3 times to keep it another 7 days. And when I use it once, it says, use this VIP deal 2 times to keep it another 7 days. I use it 2 more times and I'm given another 7 days in the zone. So basically, when the customer enters the VIP zone, they can decide for how long they want to stay in the zone. This concept plays a lot on the psychology of the consumer and it drives frequency of purchase. Combined with insight on current frequency from the stamp card and the segmentation capabilities that you get with the activation module, you're able to define different VIP zones for different customers basis the frequency. Another very powerful mechanic is prepaid cards with expiry dates. The mechanic is that you buy a deal where you commit to redeem a number of products within a certain expiry date. Either you do the initial purchase or top up in the app or in store. Then the coupon image changes to show you that you now have 5 coffees left. And the date of expiry is placed on the coupon. Let's say it's plus 10 days. Every time you use the prepaid coupon, the coupon changes to communicate, now there's 4 left, now there's 3 left, now there's 2 left. And when all are used or the expiry date has been reached, you need to top up again. With different time to expiry, you can also have different price points. Imagine having 2 deals side by side, both on 5 coffees. One of the deal costs 75, the other 60. The only difference is time to expiry. The 5 coffees for 75 is valid for 10 days, while the 5 coffees for 60 is only valid for 5 days. As a retailer, you're willing to give a better deal if the commitment is to purchase 5 coffees within 5 days, because you know frequency is a good thing. I believe that engaging the app users are critical. You want to create a channel that is obviously providing value, but that is also fun and entertaining. Therefore, we put quite a lot of effort into developing mechanics that have an element of a gamification. Hurry, first come, first served is one of those gamification mechanics. A limited deal is sent out in the app and real time it's counted down how many coupons that are left to be redeemed. You can only use it once, but you need to redeem before it's gone. Typically this is done as sampling or really awesome deals. Chicken, how long do you dare to wait, is another such gamification mechanic. Still a limited deal, but in this case it's not immediately an awesome deal. The deal starts out pretty okay, let's say on a Tuesday, but it becomes better and better every day. And it's communicated that tomorrow this is the price, and if it's available on Friday it will be for free. However, do you dare to wait? We have done a lot of these hurry campaigns, and sometimes it goes really fast to sample 500 or 1,000 products. Sometimes it goes too fast if you consider that the brand is interested in a lot of impressions. Chicken is a better concept for brands because many users actually go into the app many times to see how many there's left and to decide whether they want and dare to wait or not. To date, we haven't seen a chicken that actually have ended up giving free products. There are always too many app users that do not dare to wait. Two other capabilities that you'll have with our platform is to do surveys and scratch cards. With these capabilities, you can do campaigns that engages the app users on a different level than regular coupons. The coupons that are rewards play a different role and feels much more personal. And we've seen that in the results as well. One example is what we did with Coca-Cola during Euro 2016. The Vote and Win campaign allowed the app users to vote every day on which team they believed would win today's match. If you vote, you will immediately be rewarded with a unique single-use coupon on Coke for 15, which is half price. And after the match ends, everyone that voted correctly will be rewarded with another Coke coupon, an even better deal, Coke for 10. The redemption rates have been higher than on a regular coupon campaign in the same app with the same price points. And it's probably the element of gamification that matters. With the scratch card functionality, you can define probability to win, how many different prizes you want to include, and how often the app users should get another chance to play. And again, coupons are rewards when a user wins. These are examples of what kind of insights you'll have with our retailer dashboard. You'll be able to real-time monitor any campaign you're running in the app, on SMS or on print. Further, you will be able to see overall traffic to store impact across campaigns or drill down to specific campaigns that are running or that has run in the past. You'll easily see overall app performance in terms of how your member base grow day by day, week by week, month by month. You'll also be able to see how many app openings and in-store redemptions you have, and how many unique users that this represents. Lastly, you can easily compare stores and drill down to specific stores to understand who are performing the best. Please contact me if you want a demo. These are screenshots from our Store Manager dashboard. If your operations allow and you have Store Manager already, this is probably one of the most powerful capabilities we can enable for you as a retailer. Retail is local, and you're always dependent on your store managers that meet your customers every day. They will be instrumental in your ability to recruit new app users, and if they feel empowered like they will be with this capability, they will make a big difference for you. Many of our retail customers run a franchise operation and they use our Store Manager dashboard. A campaign can be financed by the retailer, or you can push the financing to your supplier brands like Coca-Cola, Pepsi or Red Bull. But you can also push the financing to the franchisee. It's up to every franchisee how active they want to be on local marketing. But the best franchisees will see this as a great opportunity with growing importance as customers adopt mobile apps. I believe we made this simple for store managers, and it has to be, trust me, I know. First of all, the store managers can log in and see campaign stats on his campaigns, real time. He can also monitor his development on local customers and on total redemptions in his store. Local customers are customers that have been allocated to his store based on our algorithms. Typically, we allocate a customer based on where they've shopped the most last 6 months. Thus, store managers can easily grow their local customer base by recruiting new app users which scan first in their store. This means that the store managers own the customer relationship, and the customer is part of the local base as well as the larger customer base, the retailers. Marketing and category decides on all deals available for store managers. Within concept, available price points, the graphics are already done. Available local campaigns are published in store manager dashboards for them to schedule. The store manager chooses one of the available deals, sets from and to date, and that's it. Local campaigns are sent out only to your local customers, and the coupons are locked to your store. Local campaigns can be powerful in many respects. Maybe you're launching new products in only a few stores. Maybe you have specific needs for localization in certain regions. With a growing focus on food operation, local marketing can also be very important to avoid waste. It is much better to give regulars a great offer than risk wastage. Also, if you use the local marketing capability as a back channel for in-store campaigns, you may achieve that store managers actually order more products because they know that if they have 1,000 or 500 chocolates left after the campaign, they can always get rid of them through the app as a good offer to the regulars. So to sum up, it's about store manager empowerment. And if we revert back to this model, I would place this segmentation capability up in the right corner. It's high on sophistication for sure, although that we made it simple for the store managers. And it's high on business impact because of the localization opportunities and the empowerment that it enables for your store managers. Now, let's have a look at print couponing. Why should you do print coupons when everyone is talking about digital? Well, because it will impact your business. Also because it will help you recruit app users. Consumers will come to your stores, they will start scanning codes, and they will eventually understand that having your app will give them even better value. But also print couponing offers opportunity to give customers good value. Print couponing with our codes can be smart couponing. First of all, paper is low barrier for consumers to start using. The print stamp card can be placed on the coffee island or on the point of sale, and compared to downloading an app and going through the registration process, print is so easy. And many consumers still prefer print. We know by experience that print is volume. You can do regular stamp cards, or you can do the level-based stamp cards where you follow the customer one-to-one, bronze, silver, gold level. The communication to the customer is typically on the receipt and on the POS for the employee to see. On the receipt you can write silver level, 2 more purchases before the free one. And you can also do those product-specific prepaid cards, like purchase 5 coffees for the price of 4. You top up and you load the prepaid card with 5 coffees. Further, paper coupons can be single-use or multi-use. A great mechanic is to have campaigns on paper where you get an okay deal on the first scan and an awesome deal on the next. A reason to come back. Another opportunity is to have trigger coupons at the point of sale so that the store managers can scan this and produce dynamic coupons, for example, only valid today or for 1 day and only valid in their local store. These will be printed on the receipt printer. Finally, coupon on receipt can be very powerful. This can be sales receipt based and quite sophisticated. Let's say you define rules by transaction size and transaction items and even time of day or time of week. So if a customer makes a purchase above X euros and with a Coke in the transaction morning hours, he will get a coupon valid throughout the day with a meal offer including a Coke Zero. Another customer only purchased a Coke and did not match the transaction size limit and did not receive any coupon. The trigger can be purely product based as well. For example, every customer that purchases any Coke product will get a half price Coke coupon valid 12 hours. Ideally, you set such a campaign up in a way that only print the coupon on receipt if the customer hasn't been identified. If we know who the customer is, for example by scan of a coupon, the coupon should be sent into the app with a push notification. Coupon on receipt can also be fun. Let's say you add an element of surprise and delight to your print coffee stamp card. For example, at every 100 scan a small treat. At every 1,000 scan, surprise a free product. Again, if we revert back to this model, I will place this segmentation capability high on business impact because of the low barrier for consumers to adopt. It can also be quite sophisticated, but you can also keep it simple. Finally, to complete this model, I've added a hot topic, beacons. I'm placing it lower on level of sophistication for us because it's simple for us to implement beacon-triggered couponing. However, obviously the beacon platform needs to be very sophisticated to do this right. But if we assume that you have cracked the code and you have set up a beacon network that is able to monitor and understand when you should trigger our system to send out a coupon into a specific user's app, it's fairly simple at our end. Actually, you can set it up yourself in our dashboard. I placed it high on business impact. I believe that if you're able to do this in the right context and at scale, it can be big impact. This concludes the part focusing on your own channel. Now let's have a look at what you can do together with B2B partners and supplier brands. Keep in mind that this can be activities that recruit to your own app initiative. It starts with consumers coming to your store. The value for you in the longer term may be recruited app users, but short term it's transactions and transaction size. For the partners, it's closed loop marketing that is the value that you can offer. If they can close the loop with the stores and actually have people taste their own new products or pick up that free ice cream that they've sent you as a gift and see who did and who did not, this is valuable insight. I believe convenience retailers are positioned to take advantage of a new channel emerging. Your locations plus your offering makes you a good partner for many other companies that do not have stores. Common for all these is that they have large customer bases. Each customer is high value for them and they often have consent to communicate with them. And they know a lot about them and they are able to segment. Currently, these companies are trying to create loyal customers by sending email newsletters. But what if they were able to offer a good deal on something that is everyday relevant, like your coffee? Or what if you got a free car wash when you signed up with your car insurance company? Or you got a free ice cream when you picked up your rental car? We already have partner customers in all these segments seen on the slide. And these are giving a good traffic to our retail customers. These companies may want to use different distribution methods and we support them on SMS, app, print and email. Here are 3 cases, one for print, one for SMS and one for app. The Airport Express train gives a free coffee to their customers as they're onboarding their train. Narvesen, the retail, is situated at all train stations and at the airport. Hotels.com and Coca-Cola collaborated, and as customers of Hotels.com booked their hotel, they got a free Coke Zero sent over SMS. Lastly, Fjordkraft, a utility company, has built a benefits app where they offer their customers an everyday relevant deal. Half-priced coffee at Narvesen, 7-Eleven and Shell 7-Eleven. Obviously, understanding who's using the deal and how often is important insight for Fjordkraft in order to understand what potential impact this has on, for example, churn prevention. And again, we believe in self-service. The partners can set up their own campaigns basis predefined campaigns that the retailers have made available for them. The partners will have all campaign data available in reports, stats cubes, and for download. There is also a reports API if they need an automatic feed into their CRM systems. On our developers page, all our APIs are gathered and there are good explanations on different distribution methods with flowcharts. These are also used by the digital agencies of supplier brands, for example if they want to activate a banner ad with closed loop sampling. This is an example flow of a typical supplier brand banner ad activation. The consumer types in their mobile number in the ad and receives an SMS with a unique coupon. Typically, we secure that one mobile number can only get one coupon and that the coupon is single use. When the coupon is scanned in store and redeemed, we ensure it cannot be used again. Maybe the brand wants a follow-up SMS to be sent to the same customer immediately or with a number of minutes delay. This SMS can have another unique coupon, and this can be valid for X number of hours or X number of days from redemption of the first coupon. Or it can be a survey asking for feedback on the product. Also, campaign stats will be available for both the brand and the retailer real time. This is an example case that shows how survey functionality can be used when sampling a new product. Bonacqua wanted to sample their new taste Bonacqua apple. From banners, they got people to go to Narvesen to redeem their coupon and taste the product. They were able to convert 32% of the consumers participating. Immediately after redemption, the customers got another SMS with a simple survey asking the customers to provide their gender, age, and evaluate the product. 64% of everyone that got the survey completed it. And at completion, they got a reward coupon, another free sample of Bonacqua. 68% conversion on this coupon is quite awesome. And again, the brands uses the partner dashboard and will have all campaign stats available real-time and reports to download. This concludes the partner channel part of my presentation. Again, this offers some good opportunities for you to be a valuable partner for other companies and supplier brands, and in return you'll have traffic to your stores, potentially new customers. Putting it all together, we're looking at it as an ecosystem. As a retailer, you can run campaigns into your app either directly to all users, segmented, or through the rules set in the activation module. You can set up campaigns prepared for merchants to schedule into the app, or even they can use SMS if it makes sense in your market. Further, you can set up partner deals that can be used for any B2B partner or supplier brand, and these can also be distributed through aggregator apps and wallets. It all ends up as redemptions and transactions in your physical store, integrated with your point of sale system, and you'll have settlement reports that you feed into your accounting system for automatic settlement. The campaign stats are either used directly to trigger the next campaign, or maybe it's fed into our after sales module. And campaign stats can also be fed into your CRM system or data warehouse if relevant. To close, I'd like to highlight the opportunity and briefly touch on what's the starting point if you are considering to take the opportunity. Everything that we do is product-specific marketing mechanics. We believe this is the best approach for convenience retailers as it represents high margin control and possibly brand financing. If you have already a points-based loyalty program, you may want to consider combining it with our couponing capabilities or replacing it. If you decide to combine it, one opportunity would be to ensure that using points in your program is governed with the same product-specific approach. Our app APIs support what we call shop in-app. You can shop with points or real money. You can control the shop content depending on time of day and day of week. This way, you can nudge purchasing decisions even before people enter your stores. For example, you can allow your app users to purchase tomorrow morning's coffee during evening time for a good price. But you also commit to pick it up next morning. The starting point for any convenience retailer to launch with Liquid Barcodes is integration with your point of sale system. This slide highlights why we believe Liquid Barcodes technology is the right choice for convenience retailers. I hope that you found my presentation interesting. Please contact me if you want a live demo or if you have any questions. Thank you for watching.